Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about how to manage common labels and annotations in Kustomize for base and overlays. So here, managing metadata in Kubernetes configurations can be tricky, especially when working with tools like Kustomize. Labels and annotations play a crucial role in organizing and identifying resources, but improper use of common labels in Kustomize can lead to challenges when using overlays. This video explains the nuances of managing common labels and annotations effectively in Kustomize and demonstrates best practices with examples. So the prerequisites for this task are Kustomize install, basic understanding of Kubernetes, directory structure setup, and kubectl install. So first of all, what are labels and annotations? So first labels. Here labels are key value pairs used to categorize and organize Kubernetes resources. They are critical for resource selection as they enable controllers to match resources based on label selectors. For example, here you can see I gave the label as app name and this is app name and the environment as production. So this is an example of label. So here in the annotations, annotations are also key value pairs, but unlike labels, they are not used for selection or organization. Instead, annotations store metadata that helps describe a resource. So this is an example of the annotation. Here, the key differences between labels and annotations are labels influence the behavior of resources, like example by selectors. Annotations are purely informational and does not affect resource behavior. Here, the problem with common labels in Kustomize are when you define common labels in the base of customized setup, the labels propagate to all resources, including those in overlays. So this is an cause unintended conflicts. The overlays may need environment specific labels that differ from the base. Second one is redundancy. The overlays may end up with duplicate or unnecessary labels. So this is the example scenario. So here, if you set a common label environment as base in the base customization.yml, it will also apply to overlays, potentially overriding overlay specific labels. So that's why we are going to use uh, here what are these labels and annotations in the overlays to avoid these things. So here the solution is use annotations and overlay specific labels. To avoid conflicts, follow these practices. First one is use common annotations in the base for global metadata. Second one is define labels specific to each overlay to customize resources for different environments. And the third one is avoid setting common labels in the base. So here you can see this is the directory structure which we are going to use now. So first of all, we are going to create a project file. In that we are going to create base and overlays. In the base we will have this base deployment.yml and base customization.yml. So in the overlays we have two environments here, one is dev and another one is production. So in these two overlays we give the two customization files to apply uh, the resources in the development and the production environment. So here you can see this is the deployment.yml file in the base. So I'll make that structure now. Go to split screen. So here you can see I'm going to create a file called project. So in the project I'm going to create this base and overlays. Here you can see both base and overlays are created. So now if I go into base, here I'll create the deployment.yml and also the customization.yml. So in the deployment.yml I'll use this code as this is the base configuration. It is a simple code which has kind of deployment only one replica. Here you can see the labels and the containers which is nginx. So after saving this I'm going to create the customization.yml file. So in this, I'm going to use this code. In the resources, I took the deployment.yml, and here I gave the common annotations and the kind as customize. So after giving this both, I'll go to the overlay. So in the overlays, I'm going to create both dev and prod. So in the dev and prod, I'm going to create the customization files. So for the dev, I'm going to use this code. Here the resources are taken from the base configuration. Here you can see I gave the environment as development, which will be applied to this base deployment.yml after using apply or build. So here, yeah, that's it now. Now I'll create the customization file in prod. So in the prod, I'm going to use this code. This is also same, but I gave the environment as production. So after giving all these things, here you can see this is the directory structure which is shown here. So in the base, I gave the deployment and customization of YMLs, which are base configurations. So in the overlays, I created dev and production. So in the development environment, I gave one customization of YML file, and also in the production environment, I gave the customization of YML file. I just specified the environment as development in the dev and the production as prod. So now let's see. So now I'm going to run this command. So by running this command, we'll get the output of the production overlay. First, I'll use the base command. So this is the output of the base file. Here you can see there are no environments are specified. As here you can see, only labels are specified, which is the name is my app. So if you build in the production environment, you will get the environment as production. Let me show now. Here you can see this is the base file, but we got the environment as production also here and also here. So now if I do the same in the development, here you can see we got the environment as development also here and also here. So these are how labels and annotations works. So the best practices are separate metadata responsibilities. So here use annotations for base level information and apply specific labels in overlays. Second one is keep the basic generic. Avoid environment specific configurations in the base, which means don't mention any environment specific configurations in the base. So the third one is use overlays effectively. Here customize overlays to add environment specific metadata and configurations. So fourth one is validate your configuration. Here it is used to ensure configurations are as expected before applying them to the cluster. Dot customize build. So in the conclusion, Managing labels and annotations in Kustomize requires careful planning to avoid conflicts and redundancy. By using annotations in the base and applying labels in the overlays, you can create a clean and flexible configuration setup. This approach ensures seamless integration of overlays while keeping the base reusable and conflict free. So, by following these practices, you can streamline the management of Kubernetes resources and avoid common pitfalls when working with customers. So, this is about how to manage common labels and annotations in Customize for base and overlays. So, yeah, thank you.